I am at the Jersey Shore right now.
Okay.
Yes.
On
Fist pumping.
purpose?
Fist pumping. Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here for an extra day for Father's Day yesterday with my dad, my son, and
Hmm.
doing the whole family thing for a couple days. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Um, well, let's chat a little bit about supply chain events and things.
Sure.
Before we get into that, like what have you been up to lately? Not from, being on the beach and stuff, but professionally.
Yes. Well, actually, I took a little break and
Uh-huh.
went out to Yellowstone. Was in Montana, staying in Big Sky for a few days, and then did Yellowstone for a couple days as well. Saw some bison, the classic Old Faithful, and the Yellowstone Grand Canyon and Grand Prismatic. We did a hot air balloon ride as well over Big Sky, which was like a first and was a bucket list item for my mother actually. So we got to
Okay.
cross that off for her and do a little retirement celebration for her. So that's what I've kind of been up to, and just got back on Thursday, and now I've been at the beach this weekend doing the Father's Day thing and getting back into the swing of things this afternoon and tomorrow. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I tried to unplug, but I will say our mutual friend Lindsay over at EPG. I sent her an email while I was in Montana. She replied and said, "Aren't you supposed to be unplugged right now?"
Uh-huh.
So she caught me doing a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of work. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. What about you?
I've not been to Yellowstone and such. It is definitely on the list of things to
It is.
go and do.
I would now recommend it as like a must do in your lifetime to everybody I talk about. It was absolutely unreal experience, and I will certainly be going back as well. We only like covered a little bit of it,
Yeah.
and there's just like so much more to see as well. And I would say like surprisingly accessible for a lot of different ages, ability factors in terms of hiking or exploring, which was really surprising too as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they've made it like very accessible for tourists of all wilderness
Sorts.
abilities and experiences. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The video that you posted on the quick, hey, are you gonna come out to warehousing after dark this week? Was that your own video of a geyser thing?
Yes, that was my own video. Yeah,
Okay.
that was a video of Old Faithful,
Mm-hmm.
which is like constantly blowing off steam. But that was probably, which is why I said you're looking to blow off some steam.
Mm-hmm.
But it that was probably 5-10 minutes before it erupted.
Mm-hmm.
So I have another video of it erupting
Okay.
too, but I couldn't think of an eruption joke, to or an eruption joke that maybe was appropriate to put
Right.
in there, right? But yeah, that was Old Faithful itself. Standing like right on the edge of the boardwalk area they
Yeah.
have there, which actually interestingly is actually just on top of a volcano itself, which was kind of fascinating. But it hasn't erupted for like the volcano hasn't erupted for like 600,000 years or something like that. They say
Yeah.
so. I think there's minimal risk there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The math is in your favor there, maybe, or
a
not.
little bit. Yeah, I don't
uh,
know. Anytime, right?
yeah. That'd just be a bad day at the office.
For the park rangers.
So,
Yeah.
what have you got coming up in the near future? Where are you gonna
Sure.
go?
So immediate near future tomorrow, right? We have warehousing after dark in the evening virtual edition. So we'll be there in the loading dock lounge starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then after that, I'm gonna be doing some local visits to some warehouses and stuff like that over the next month, and then the real kind of getting out there again will be right in the beginning of August, where we'll be doing warehousing after dark in person out in Schaumburg, Illinois, in the Chicago area, and that
Hmm.
is tag teaming off of the IWA Fulfillment Forum, which is also happening in Schaumburg. So I think we're doing Warehousing After Dark the night of August 5th,
Fifth,
and then
yeah.
the IWA Fulfillment Forum is August 6th and 7th,
Yeah.
which we were both at last year in Toronto, right? So that should be a lot of fun. And then, yeah, and then it's kind of quiet until September when things really start to ramp up again in a couple different ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What
Um,
have you been up to? You were a far off land, I heard.
yeah, last week was touring through Lagos, Nigeria. About an 11-hour flight out of Washington, D.C., and
Mm.
was there for the week. And basically kind of got to talk to the who's who in supply chain in Nigeria. Um, got a lot of content, had a lot of chats, toured some warehouses and manufacturing facilities, and just got to learn and hear what the supply chain ecosystem is like in Africa. The big concept is, everyone kind of talks about how Africa is the next kind of up and coming place in the world and contributor
Yeah.
to global trade. And it's interesting. They have a lot of the same challenges that we do, but just like at a 10x scale. And
Mm.
so, like talking about orchestration, yes, talking about visibility, talking about all these sort of things, but just like on a whole different level. Um, so I'll be sharing more of all that information, kind of some of the learnings and stuff from that here pretty soon. Um,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious about the because I think from what I've read and from what I've understood, like the infrastructure in terms of infrastructure built up and developed is in like much different sides of the spectrum depending on like where you are in Africa, right?
Sure. And then there's South Africa, and then there's the
Mm.
rest of Africa. And South Africa is,
Yeah.
is much more developed for sure.
Mm.
And I was there in January, and I'll actually be back there next month. A month from now, I'll be back in South Africa again for the South African, basically, supply chain conference there.
Cool.
Um, well, let's take a quick look at just what else is going on here, here locally in the U.S., here, whoops, North America, and abroad. We'll go just click into this. Before we do, we'll just do a quick shout out to those folks that are supporting the calendar of events at the moment, which is Warehouse on Wheels and Barrett Distribution Centers, both of which are folks that both Kevin and I spend a lot of time hanging out with. Um,
Yeah.
so shout out to those guys. Looking at this week, we've got the 22nd International Freight Force Conference going on in Shanghai at the Shangri-La. Automate is going on this week in Chicago. Are you by chance stopping by there?
I am not making it to Automate this week, but I have seen some pretty interesting things that are going to be announced there.
Okay.
Definitely. You're heading there, right? I think I saw.
Yes, I'll be there on Wednesday. So just be there on Wednesday. I am going to walk the floor, but I'm mostly there to interview Chris Smith, the CEO of Slip Robotics, at about 11 a.m. Up in the conference part of the event. There's the expo, and then there's an actual sort of conference with speakers and presentations and stuff. Um,
Very nice. Love
so
love what Slip is doing, definitely, and how they're continuing to evolve. What what's the top question? Can you give us a preview?
Um, well, for me, I actually think what's interesting, you and I both talk to a lot of folks and
Mm-hmm.
founders. What I think is interesting is Chris Smith's background
Mm-hmm.
at like Tesla
Yeah.
and Rivian and places like that, where he actually was not exactly a warehouse and logistics type person, but he actually kind of saw what was going on and identified this opportunity. So kind of how he took that engineering mindset from that place and built Slip. So that
Mm-hmm.
to me, the founder stories, the why, as Simon Sinek says, that's the interesting part for me. So I'm excited to unpack that a little bit.
Cool. Cool.
So that's Automate. And then we've got Informs doing some stuff. Folks are going to be gathering also in Chicago for Reuters for their Supply Chain USA event as well this week. Same time. I guess that means I could probably go stop by and say hi to Deborah Dole or something up there.
Man, lots of stuff
Um,
happening in Chicago.
it is. It is a bit of a mecca. I like it better than Vegas, but don't tell Vegas. And then also on Tuesday, we got Samsara doing their thing. In Vegas, at the Aria.
Ooh, you set yourself up for that one.
Whoops, that was not on purpose. Let's see. My lips just dry out too much there in Las Vegas. It's the cigarette smoke and the dry air, one of them. We've got our thing going on Tuesday, and shout out to YMX Logistics and Octup for being our presenters this month.
Of course, as always.
Here in DFW, actually in Houston, we've got the CSCMP Houston and Dallas roundtables are both going to a minor league baseball game in Houston there. The Space Cowboys. So that's kind of fun. I would be there, except I'll be in Chicago.
Yeah.
Arkansas is hosting their trucking championships. I want to get to one of these things one day.
Is that actual like truck battles or something?
That sort of thing. Yeah. Like the Indianapolis has this event every year. It's like, the step van championships, and it's like, I don't know, I want to get myself one of these one day.
That sounds cool.
I think it does too. I'll let you know when I could get to one.
Yeah, we do have some tractor pulls up here actually.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you know about that in Texas. I mean, yeah.
At Mid America Trucking Show, there was a booth that had their John Deere souped up tractors for their tractor pull team. Yeah.
It's a little wild.
And then closing out the week here, we've got the University of Arkansas is hosting a lunch and learn here in Dallas, and I'm hanging out with them. They're going to be talking about their master's in supply chain that they do, which has a in-person element here in Dallas. In case you don't live up in Northwest Arkansas.
In case you don't work for Walmart, yeah.
Yes, there's that. So just a quick review on what's coming up. As you said, Kevin, I was in Lagos last week. Got at Automate this week, University of Arkansas. Heading down to SAPIX in about a month. DMA is the Distribution and Management Association of California. They're hosting something in the Inland Empire on September 18th. And the blower is going by outside. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. We will both be here in town in Dallas for Intralogistics.
Dallas, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be sure to save you a cowboy hat and boots for when you get here.
As soon as I get off the plane. Actually, I'll tell you that on our way to Montana for Yellowstone, we connected in DFW. We missed our connection. We spent like 10 hours in the DFW airport, like learning everything about all the different terminals you have there.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so that's Intralogistics, and we're going to put up something together. We're going to do a Warehousing After Dark event here in Dallas, so that'll be fun to be able to have that in our
TBD.
backyard.
Definitely happening, but details TBD.
Yes. And then we've got ASCM's annual conference out on the West Coast, and then on your side of the coast, the Virginia Maritime Association's International Trade Symposium going on. So
very cool.
It's and there's still much to do. Still a lot coming up for the year. Like you said, we haven't entered the second half of conference season and such yet. So
yes, we're entering into a little bit of the conference off season.
Yes,
month of July, pretty much, right? I think. But definitely excited for the fall to get back out there as well. I'll be at Change as well too. So we'll see you there for sure. But yeah. What else you got going on this summer? Any non-conference stuff going on?
I'm gonna work on like my tan out, on the lake a little bit. Not today though, I guess. But no, my mom is turning some age, and in September. And so your mom went to Yellowstone. My mom she's into cruises now, so she's signed up for a week-long cruise. So I'm gonna go do that. That's September though. But no, it's kind of like yourself, just building a business, and so we've got some fun things in the pipeline. And for me, work is taking selfies and drinking beer with supply chain people around the world. It's hard to say that I need a vacation from that, but still got to take a break sometimes.
Sounds like a good job to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the same. I think July is kind of like our it's the lull in travel a little bit, so it's a good time to like reflect and focus on growth strategy and kind of like what worked well the first half and what can we do the second half and what can we do like for next year as well.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a great time. But definitely miss that interaction too sometimes, like being on the road as I'm sure you know.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what Warehousing After Dark is for. So,
Oh
see
yes,
you
that's
on
a
Tuesday.
great fill in to get that kind of energy back,
Yeah.
right? That little taste, yes, definitely.
Well, for those people that stayed 15 minutes into this conversation here. So, all right, with that, we're running out of time to be able to post this on LinkedIn because it caps out at 15 minutes. So we're gonna have to do a little editing on this puppy.
Got me, yeah.
So, all right, cool. Good to see you, Kevin. We'll
You
be catching
too.
up in about 36 hours from now again, I guess.
All right, see you tomorrow night along with everybody else.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
All right, just hang out there.